Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rukar Kadash, which is the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, whom the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ. And today I want to go into why we call Esau the devil, man. Because you so-called white man he feels so appalled when me and the brothers are out on the corners and we call him that, you know. And some accept their judgment, some don't, you know. But we still out there doing the work, pushing the truth to find as many of we searching out the elect as we can, you know, trying to get our people to come back. But we're gonna go into a couple scriptures breaking down the realization of the so-called white man being the devil, man. Esau, man, you're the devil, man. You know, and now you're showing your horns, you know. You're showing your horns now, and it's very evident, you know, to the ones that are aware. But, you know, Jake's out here still sleep. Israel out here sleep, man. You know. And first verse I want to get into is Job chapter 9, man, verse 24. It said, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? You know, say he covered the faces of the judges thereof. Man, who is that main judge? You know, that main judge, Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai. You know, they took our they gave us a Messiah in their image. You know, which is they gave us a Messiah in their image, and forced it upon us through slavery with Christianity. And you know, and it says, if not, where, who is he? You know, under Esau's rulership, nothing is in balance. You know, everything is out of course. You know, and they gave us this white Messiah named Jesus, man, named after one of the first slave ships. You know. And it say they like to paint the likeness of their images, man. Let me go to the part for what's that, First Maccabees 3:48. This is First Maccabees verse chapter 3 verse 48. It said, and they laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. You see? And that's exactly what the so-called white man did, man. You know, you went and got slave ships. You know, went all the way to the coast of Africa. You know, and you bought, but you technically stole. You know, you stole a whole nation of people. You know, put them on slave ships. This first slave ship was called Jesus. You know, and they gave us a Messiah named after that, man. You know, it takes a devil to do some stuff like that, man. You know. And on them slave ships, it was harsh for our ancestors, man. It was harsh. They were on the water probably 3 months at a time, coming back and forth. You know. All the type of stuff that our ancestors endured were, man, all type of heinous and devilish, barbaric acts from Esau, man. Esau, so-called white man, is the true savage, man. The true savage, and they make it out to be scared of us, man. Our nation of people, black man, our nation of people ain't never enslaved a whole nation of people, man. We didn't come to America and slaughter and commit genocide of a whole the indigenous natives of the land, man. You know. Like I said, on the slave ships, the acts were heinous. You know, they would be raping women and men. In most cases, it'd be little girls too. It wasn't even women. Little girls, man. You see, and most of the times at ages 5 to 15 maybe. You know, just sick, man. Just sick, man. They would rape the men as well as little boys, man. They had breeding farms, sex farms, you know. And that's one of the reasons why the so-called Jamaicans, they don't like homos in their land, man. You know, tribe of Benjamin, they don't like homos in their land because they had a sex farm over there that they mainly did the buck breaking at. And if you don't know what buck breaking is, they would take the masculine men out of the plantation and they would rape them in front of the family and the child, man. That's why in the land over there in Jamaica, man, they do not play with homos, man. They don't like that. Over there, it was real serious over there. It happened a lot over there. They had a whole sex farm and breeding farms where they would just rape men and demasculate them, man. You know, that's where the whole effeminization of the black man occurred, man. You know, they would also do that. And another thing on the slave ships were, you know, we're tied. Our ancestors were tied with shackles on their arms and on their feet, and sometimes shackled together with 10 to 20 slaves. You know, 10 to 20 brothers and sisters, man, and they would take the weak ones and throw them overboard. You know, if not by force, they would make you jump yourself by force, having that first slave at the head of the shackles, the head of the line. You know, they would make them sit down on that on those boats. You would have like a little rectangular door that can open, and then you can just jump down from it. You know, for where basically for where you dock at. You know, so they would sometimes either throw them overboard or have them sit down on the edge and force them. Whoever was at the head of the line on the shackles and force them to jump. You know, with him being the anchor, I mean not the anchor, but the anchor, Salak, the anchor, and everybody that's shackled with him falling in behind him, man. Slave after slave, sinking, going all the way to the bottom of the deep, drowning, man. Man, it takes a devil to do that, man. Takes a devil, man. Takes a devil, man. And today the feminization on the so-called black man is, man, it's tumultuous, man. It's absurd. It's out of hand. You got more sodomites than Gomorrah, damn it. You know what I mean? I mean, this is another Gomorrah, Sodom and Gomorrah, man. There's so many of us Israelites that are out here being sodomites, man. It's ridiculous, man. But you have to understand, this is what happened during slavery. This is what the white man put on us, man. You know what I'm saying? That psychological breakdown, you know, of the man. You know, he would feminize him, man. You know, he made us object of homosexual desires. You know, and then this time it is worse. It's worse, man. It's worse nowadays, man. Because now they got chemicals. They got chemicals to make niggas gay, man. Chemicals. So they got this chemical called atrazine. They had a scientist named Tyrone Hayes. Basically, he was studying hormones and all type of genetics and, you know, stuff of that sort, in that nature, in that field. And he tested this chemical called atrazine. And they tested it on the frog first, and what it did was make the frog go to a male frog and tried to mate. So this chemical called atrazine that Esau is putting out, and I got a video on it, that he's putting out, it's causing niggas gay, causing niggas to be gay, man. You know, it's not just, you're not born gay, man. You can't be born gay. You know, it's not natural, man. There's no balance in that, you know. There's no balance in that at all. That's bullshit. You was a sodomite, something happened to you, or something was put in you, or you've been eating shit that got that chemical in it, Ain't nowhere in hell, you're born gay. It's not possible. So y'all can spread with all that BS, man. You know, that's this bull. I'm gonna let you watch a little bit of this clip right here.
Well, I'm Amy with Juan Gonzalez. We've been with you for 18 years as we turn to another story.
Yes, now we turn to the story of a University of California scientist who discovered that a popular herbicide may have harmful effects on the endocrine system. Tyrone Hayes was first hired in 1997 by a company that later became agribusiness giant Syngenta. They asked him to study their product, atrazine, a pesticide.
And it had to be a Jake, man. Had to be a Jake, man. Look at this, man. Look at the earring in his ear, man. Look at that, man. He might be a sodomite too, man. Ain't no telling, man.
It's applied to more than half the corn crops in the United States and widely used on golf courses and Christmas tree farms.
You see? They're widely used on corn crops across the United States. They're putting this chemical in our food. You know, that messes with the hormonal system in man. You know, and it is causing them to have sexual confusion, homosexual desires. You know.
But after Hayes found results that the manufacturer did not expect, that atrazine causes sexual abnormalities in frogs and could cause the same problems for humans, Syngenta refused to allow him to publish his work. This was the start of an epic feud between the scientist and the corporation.
Now a new article in the New Yorker magazine uses court documents from a class action lawsuit against Syngenta to show how it sought to prevent the Environmental Protection Agency from banning the profitable chemical, which is already banned by the European Union. To start with, the company's public relations team drafted a list of 4 goals. Reporter Rachel Aviv writes, quote, the first was, quote, discredit Hayes. In a spiral-bound notebook, Syngenta's communications manager, Sherry Ford, who referred to Hayes by his initials, wrote that the company could prevent citing of TH data by revealing him as non-credible. He was a frequent topic of conversation at company meetings. Syngenta looked for ways to exploit Hayes' faults, problems. If TH involved in scandal, Enviros will drop him, Ford wrote.
And they tried to silence this man.
By TH himself. That's right. Tyrone Hayes is with us, professor of integrative biology at the University of California, Berkeley, joining us from the campus TV station right now in Berkeley. Welcome to Democracy Now! Can you tell us what happened to you? How you were originally tied to Syngenta, the research you did, and what prevented you from originally publishing it?
Well, here at Berkeley, I was a new assistant professor. I was already studying the effects of hormones and the effects of chemicals that interfere with hormones on amphibian development, and I was approached by the manufacturer and asked to study the effects of atrazine, the herbicide, on frogs. And after I discovered that it interfered with male development and caused males to turn into females to develop eggs, the company tried to prevent me from publishing and from discussing that work with other scientists outside of their panel.
What was the process within the company?
You see, they tried to silence this man once they found out the results of his research, man. You know, you see, these so-called devils, man. These devils, man. Slock, not so-called. Esau is the devil. You know, and they gonna have to pay, man. They got to pay for slavery. They don't think they gonna have to pay for slavery. I don't know what gives the so-called white man in his mind. You so-called white man, woman, and child. You know, because when we out on these highways and byways, these Edomites can't accept their judgment. You know, we got a few that will, and it's crazy because more Edomites will come up than Jakes and want to listen and want to learn than Jakes, and that's sad. That's sad. These damn seed of the devils be wanting to know. You know what I mean? This truth. You know, and they think they don't have to pay, man. They think they don't have to pay, man. And y'all gonna have to pay, man. He say who touches Who touches you touches the apple of his eye. You know, let me get that. Matter of fact, they say who touches you, man, touches the apple of his eye, man. You know. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 2, verse 8. It say, for thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. You see? You see? He say, he that touches you touches the apple of his eye. He said, he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. You know, let's get into that word which spoiled you. Let's see. Let's see, Zechariah 2. Let's see. Look at that. Let's see, so
Strong's H 7997. Shalal.
It says to draw out, to spoil, plunder, take spoil, to spoil, plunder, to be spoiled, be plundered. Let's see, to primitive root, to drop, strip by implication, to plunder, seeing that word again, let fall, make self a prey of purpose, take, spoil, let's see, plunder. We see that word a lot. Let's look up the definition of plunder. Plunder. It says plunder. Steal goods. To steal goods from a place or person, typically using force and in a time of war or civil disorder. And the synonyms: pillage, loot, rob, ransack, strip, fleece, lay waste, devastate, sack, rape. What does that sound like, man? What does that sound like? Exactly what this so-called white man did when he came to the Americas. Raped, robbed, pillaged, murdered. See? Steal goods, typically using force and in a time of disorder. You see? You see, man? These so-called devils have to pay, man. He say he that touches you, touch the apple of his eye, man. And some of these, they be like, why? Well, why? It's not of our time, man. You got to pay for your forefathers, man. You got to pay for your forefathers. But we didn't do. No, you got to pay. Y'all are benefiting still. We paying for our forefathers. You're benefiting still, man. Let's go to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 25, verse 12. Thus says Yahweh, because that Edom, the so-called white nation, had dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance and had greatly offended and revenged itself upon them. You see? You see? See, because Edom had dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, man. You don't touch the apple of his eye, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't touch the wrong people. You touch the chosen, man. And you think you can't be seen, man? You think you're not gonna be punished? Man, he said, your sins have reached, Babylon's sins have reached up to the heavens, man. You gotta be trodden down, man. You got to be trodden down. There's no balance in this man's rulership. Everywhere this man go, death follows. You know, he promotes death. He's putting it out. Death in the food. Death in the air. You know, he going to other countries, taking them over, trying to sanction other countries to for their resources. You know, I read an article the other day. He was the U.S. is trying to sanction Venezuela for their oil, man. For their oil, man. You know, and what's going on over there will soon be going on over here. You know what I'm saying? Their government is being dismantled as we speak. You know, their society is being dismantled as we speak. You know, to my knowledge, I think the martial law is declared over there already. They got a border at Brazil over there right now. between Venezuela and Brazil right now, you know. And it's so-called white man got to pay, man. Like I said, man, he put poison. He put this death in our food, poison in our food, death in the air, with these damn chemtrails. You know, the earth it's not operating right under the rulership of Esau, man. You know, it's just not operating right, man. These so-called devils need to see that, man. Everybody need to see that. But got a precept. Let's say go to Psalms 82. It says 82 and 5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. You see? Under Esau's rulership, under the wicked man, it says all the foundations of the earth are out of course. You know? And that's why we be having these tsunamis and shit, man. We be having all these volcanoes erupting and stuff, man. Earth not yielding fruit right, you know. Earth can't grow fruit because can't grow the vegetables and proper vegetables because so-called white man not giving the earth a break, man. 6 years you're supposed to harvest, and 7 years you're supposed to let the land rest. Man, Esau just a digging and digging, man. Cutting down trees, planting, all that. He's still doing it. You know? The earth is out of course, man. The earth is out of course, man. I got a little article I was reading earlier about the chemtrails, man. It says, what are chemtrails? Chemtrails are geoengineered aerosols that are loaded with toxic chemicals, including not but limited to barium, strontium, 90, aluminum, cadmium, zinc, viruses, and shaft. Shaft looks like snow, but it's actually mylar fibers like in fiberglass, coated with aluminum, desiccated blood cells. See, this is a new one to me right here. Desiccated blood cells, plastic, and paper. You see? You see what the fuck this damn devil's putting out in our atmosphere, man? All these damn toxic metals, chemicals, he's putting in the air. You know, we breathing in all that, man. Them ain't clouds, man. Those are not clouds. You know? This damn devil is polluting the earth. You see? It says, how do chemtrails impact our food and water? It says, secretly filling the sky without our knowledge or consent, mind you, with the billions of megatons of aluminum. Billions. He said billions. The article says billions of megatons of aluminum, strontium 90, barium, and shaft to reflect the sun's dangerous UV rays. It says rays, but it's basically talking about UV rays. Back into space. You see? And the reason why they're doing that, man, these so-called devils, they can't survive in the sun. They can't survive in the sun. They don't have no pigment in their skin, man. You the only fucking oddball in the planet. Think about it, man. They can't survive in the sun. It's better for them to... That's crazy. These damn UV rays kill them, man. They give them skin cancer, give them skin boils and all type of other shit. It's killing them slowly. They dying off. So he puts these chemicals in these chemtrails to block these UV rays. Think about it, man. Think about it, man. The very thing that gives everything on this planet life kills them. You see? And it says, however, what goes up must come down. And we're being bombarded daily with a chemical and radioactive fallout surpassed only by Agent Orange, the defoliating chemicals developed by Monsanto to wipe out the jungles during the Vietnam War. So these devils been doing this, man. Monsanto, if y'all ain't read up on Monsanto, it's a food company, man. They make a lot of our food that we eat, a lot of canned food, but it's all processed, all filled with pesticides, you know. And it's got whatever that they putting out in these chemtrails because it reflects back towards the sun out in space, but it comes back down. So that means it's in our atmosphere. And if it's in our atmosphere, it's in our air. If it's in our air, then it's on our food, man. It's on our vegetables. It's on our water. It's in the air we breathe. You see? It says since aluminum has an affinity for water, all life forms attract these oxides. This causes contamination of even organic fruits and vegetables and livestock if they're exposed to the open air. But why? See, because plants readily absorb aluminum salts from the soil into their vascular system. Everything absorbs aluminum salts and it's in the air. Processed foods are filled with aluminum salts, and aluminum sulfate is added to water to make it clear. Apparently, we are in aluminum age, and it's everywhere. See, man, this damn devil is polluting our food, polluting our air, polluting our water, all natural resources, you know? You see? And think about it, man. The so-called devil is doing all of that to a nation of diverse people, you know, diverse ethnicities, all to keep one nation down, man. All to kill one nation off. You see how sick and you see how wicked you gotta be to lie to your own nation of people to do such a thing, you know? Chemtrails are polluting our environment. The reality is the toxic cloud shield, because that's basically what it is. Created by aerosolizing the atmosphere, diminishes rainfall, traps the heat, and increases humidity. This leads to a plague of pests, mildews, molds, fungi, diseases, ultimately by shredding of our precious ozone layer that protects us from dangerous UV rays. You see? The ozone layer is fucked up, man, because of these damn chemtrails, man. You see? And look, it says, how are these visible chemtrails in the sky linked to cancer? Look out, man. It's linked to cancer, man. Esau would do anything in his power to kill off you Israelites, man. He would do anything in his power to kill off you Israelites, man. You see? And atrazine is also in this. You know? Atrazine is also in this. Look at this, man. I want to show y'all a quick video, man. Because it takes a devil to do something like this. It takes a devil to make something like this, man, you know?
Confirmed to CBS5 today, military leaders once proposed building a so-called gay bomb, a chemical weapon that could be dropped on enemy troops to make them sexually irresistible to each other. Here's CBS5 political editor Hank Plant. Hank?
Well, Alan, it was an Air Force lab that proposed this to the Pentagon officials, and it was a Berkeley-based watchdog group that found out about this strange idea for a weapon.
A gay bomb, man.
Hammond of Berkeley's Sunshine Project tracked
Just listen.
military spending. He used the Freedom of Information Act to obtain this proposal from the Air Force's Wright Laboratory to build what's been called a gay bomb. The weapons proposal says one distasteful but completely non-lethal example would be strong aphrodisiacs, especially if the chemical also caused homosexual behavior.
The Ohio Air Force Lab proposed that a bomb be developed that contained a chemical that would cause enemy soldiers to become gay and to have their units break down because all the soldiers became irresistibly attractive to one another.
The Air Force Lab asked for $7.5 million to develop such a bomb.
The notion was that
$7.5 million to build a gay bomb, man. But Flint still need water. You know what I mean? $7.5 million on a bomb, on a gay bomb, a bomb that's gonna make men want to have some homosexual desires towards each other, man. It takes a devil, man. It's a devil to do that, man. You know. He set up he got this gay agenda It's in hip hop now, you know, and all the artists are, man. Most of these rappers, man, they come to the street, man, they getting busted up in their butt by these damn Zionists who run the industry, you know. You can't do nothing out here, man. Esau is laying snares for the children of Israel, man. That's all he doing, man. Laying snares, man. Let me get a precept. Let's see. I'm gonna stay in the book of Psalms. Let's say, let me see, I'm gonna start at verse 2, Psalms chapter 10. The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Say, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and bless the covenants whom Yahweh hateth. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. And as for all of his enemies, he puffeth at them. You know? He puffeth at his enemies, man. He provokes them, man. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. See, the pride of the so-called white man, man, he's prideful, man. He think he can't be brought down, man. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurkest places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. See? He lieth in wait secretly as a lion. In his den he lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draw him into his net. See? So his eyes are privily set against the poor, man. You see? This so-called devil got to go, man. This is why we call you the devil, man. This is exactly why we call you the devil. I'm gonna start it. This is Psalm 64. I'm gonna start at verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily, they say. Who shall see them? See? Let's go into that word commune. Commune of laying snares. Let's see. Privily. I've seen that word again. Let's see. What's that, Psalm 64? So they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares, traps, privily.
Strong's H 5608. Safer.
To count, to number, to reckon, to be count, to declare, to talk. You see? To talk. Let's see. Privily. It's locked. Let's go into that word privily. To hide, to conceal. You see? Secretly laying. See? They lay snares before us. You see? To bring us down, man. Like I said, Esau will do anything in his power to keep you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians down, man. He will do anything in his power, man. You know? And I ain't gonna be too long. I'm gonna make this short. I just want to go over a few scriptures. This is Nahum chapter 3. It says, woe. Verse 1, woe to the bloody city is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. Yeah, man, woe to the bloody city, man. Babylon, man. This so-called white man came over to the Americas and completely annihilated, committed genocide against the apple of God's eye, man. The natives, the indigenous people of this land, man. The Native Indians, man. Came over here and just rape, rob, murder, pillage all the indigenous people, man. You see? This land is built off blood, man. Blood, man. He came over here, put smallpox in the blankets of the natives, you know, forced Christianity upon them. And you shed blood, man. You shed blood. You shed blood, man. And, you know, I actually got a precept. Let me go, let's see, what is that? Is it in Numbers? Might be Hebrews. Blood, man. And, you know, there's no remission of sins unless, you know, things are purged by blood, man. It says, by all things, the law is purged with blood. And then without shedding blood, there's no remission of sins. What? I think it's in Hebrews. Go to chapter 9. No, wait. Yeah, I think it's Hebrews chapter 9, verse 22. And almost all things are by the law purged with blood. And without shedding of blood is no remission. You see? You see? By the law, almost all things are by the law purged with blood, cleansed with blood. It said without shedding the blood is no remission. Let's go into that word remission. What is remission, you know? Let's go into that word. First, go purge. Purge means cleanse, but for those who don't know, yeah, see, to make cleanse, to cleanse. Here's the Strong's.
Strong's G 2511. Catharizo.
You see?
Catharizo.
To cleanse, to remove by cleansing, to purify from wickedness, to free from guilt or sin, or to purify. You see? So we know that almost all things are by the law purged with blood, and without shedding the blood is no remission. So let me go to that.
Strong's G 859. Aphesis.
Released from bondage or imprisonment, forgiveness or pardon of sins, letting them go as if they had never been committed. You see? So if we know that almost all things are by the law purged with blood, and without shedding the blood is no remission, what does that mean, man? Got another precept, man. You know why? Because this is why, man. It was Genesis chapter 9, verse 6. And I'm almost finished. Let's see. Say, whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of Yahweh made he man. You see? So whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed, man. You know? And that's what's gotta happen to the so-called white nation, man. So-called elites. And you elites y'all gonna be first, man. I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping and praying that I'm a part of that number to fish them out, man. When y'all come up out them underground bunkers and we in the submarines, you know. Yeah, I'm hoping I'm gonna be part of that number to fish y'all out, man. Sick and tired of this, man. So-called white man showing his horns, man. Damn prideful devil, the most tumultuous, pardonic, imbecile, barbaric beast on this earth, man. Damn devil, man. Whoso sheds man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed, man. You know? And this is why we call you the devil. This is my last precept. I'm going to close it out with Numbers 35 and 33, man. Numbers 35 and 33. It says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are. For blood, it defileth the land. You see, so for blood, it defileth the land. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. You see? So-called devil, your blood will be shed. You see? You will get what's coming, man. You can't escape this judgment, man. It's inevitable. It's inevitable, Salak. You know? Well, and that's that. I'm getting worked up over here, man. But hopefully this video was edifying. That's all for today. Until next time. I want to say give all praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash. Peace and blessings to the elders of Great Millstone, elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and sincere Akim out here pushing the truth around the four corners. And that's it. Thank y'all.